Hey everybody, welcome back to Mildly Interesting, brought to you by our sponsor, the like button. Make sure you keep us sponsored by checking it out down below the video. And let's start off with number 19. The Vietnamese restaurant I'm at sourced Reddit for their photo. What if they actually had the photo taken at their restaurant and then it got posted on Reddit and then it blew up on Reddit? If that happened, I would totally incorporate that. I'd like frame it on the wall and be like, look, photo taken here at this restaurant got 100,000 karma on reddit.com/r/food or something like that. Look at that delicious pho. Does actually look pretty good. I'm down for it. I don't have pho very often though, because like I eat at my PC and it drips like from the spoon and then it splashes on my monitor and my keyboard, and I don't need my keyboard and monitor getting any more gunky than they already are. TMI, sorry, that's not what I meant. No, don't bring it. I just meant because of the food and Jesus. Okay. These jars contain the same amount of jam. Yeah, I mean, pi r squared. It's a heck of a thing. Like the further out you get from the center, like the more volume you're actually adding to what's contained in there. Yeah, that's why martini glasses and stuff, you drink basically like 90% of the drink in like the first 10% of the height of the thing, and then like the remaining 90% of the height you down in like 2 sips. So it's a way to make you think you get a lot more than you actually are. And I guess on the other hand, you should package your jams like this because people will think they're not getting very much if you sell it in the left container. So marketing. I recorded the quality of each of my days during 2021. Great, good, above average, average, below average, bad, awful. Okay, so it's a reverse rainbow. A lot of average days in there, decent amount of above averages, only one awful. It seems like all in all, it wasn't the worst. I don't know, it seems like it turned out, how many bads? Like just a handful of bads too. You know, not too many like below average. I would say the majority were average to above average, and we had a decent amount of greats. I feel like great significantly outnumbering even just bad. It's pretty good. I like to see that comparison to 2020. 2020 probably started off like pretty normal and then hit March and it was just like bad below average, bad, awful below average, bad below average, and then it starts to like, you're like, oh, acceptance. I guess these are average days now. Getting on into June, and then it's like, oh, this actually isn't gonna end. Okay, back to below average now. This mall has a husband depository with massage chairs and phone chargers. It's not a husband depository, that's a kid depository. It has free massage chairs. Are they free? If they're free, oh my God. I think I've said it before, but dude, highlight of my week was when there was a wait at California Pizza Kitchen when we went there once a week growing up, and I could run over to Brookstone and I could sit in the massage chair, and it was just the best. Oh my God, I love massage chairs, and I actually don't have space for it now because the spot it could have gone, I built the racing simulator, and I prioritize racing simulator over massage chair. God, what was I thinking? Man, I still do the massage chair that I had in the first little apartment that I got out of my dorm in college. That was so good. This is a kid depository, dude. Every kid wants to just be playing on their phone and in the massage chair. That's some top tier stuff. My new printer printed the user manual on its own as soon as I got it up and running. Oh, cool. Is it an inkjet printer? So it did that, and then it went through half of the ink cartridge, and now you have to buy a new one. It's a really sneaky way that they can just double charge you for an ink cartridge, or they're like, here, it includes the first ink cartridge for free. Also, it's depleted by the time you're actually able to do your first print. Yeah, we got you there. Why does it print the user manual? I can access it online. What else am I printing with if not my PC? I have the ability to read the manual online. Why did you waste my ink? This is frustrating. This is really annoying. My grandmother has the first snowmobile license in Canada, California? California. Wait, that's really cool, actually. The first ever one? What? Bro, if this were like Saudi Arabia or Dubai or something like that, dude, you could sell this for like millions of dollars if they had snow. I mean, there might be, can you use snowmobiles on sand dunes? Because maybe it'd be useful for that still. But like, they really like the super low number plates. And bro, in like UAE and Saudi Arabia, the low number plates, they go for more than the expensivest of cars. It's gnarly, the license plate market. Anyway, I don't think you're allowed to like auction off license plates here. I don't think. Maybe there's a way to do it. Maybe you can kind of like do it, you know, you can informally exchange, do a transaction with somebody. You can't like list it for sale probably. Maybe the policy's changed. Anyway, that's super cool. My meat pie tonight turned out to be solid pastry all the way through. Well, this seems like a bit of an expectation versus reality moment. I'm gonna get some nice hearty protein in the middle of my meat pie and it's just pastry. What? How does that even happen? How did they just fill it with bread? You just got bread with a little bit of like, I don't know, tomato sauce on top. Did they 8-hour slow cook bread? I hope it was good, even though it looks like you didn't really finish it. Rip. Local sushi place is trying to deter graffiti in the bathroom. Dear restroom artist, please do not write or engrave on the wall, paper dispenser, anywhere for that matter. We'll gladly provide a free pen and paper anytime. We'll give you a kid's menu at your table and give you some crayons if you want to do some art. Just do it there. We will also post the paper in the dining room at least 3 months to show your artwork to other people if you wish to. You don't want your name on our small bathroom. You are more valuable than that. Your cooperation is highly appreciated. I wish I could get into the mentality of someone etching letters that aren't even readable into a bathroom stall. Like, who? I don't know. Is there another person who is going to read that in their mind, who's gonna be like, oh yeah, dude, that's pretty sick crew. Or like a rival is gonna be like, oh, they've asserted their dominance like in this bathroom stall. Wouldn't you be like, I don't know, if you wanted to assert your dominance over an area, wouldn't you want to pick like, I don't know, something that is nicer to be associated with than a bathroom stall? I don't know. Anyway, yeah. Frost pattern on a car this morning. Overdone, also. Yeah, this is overdone. It's not mildly interesting anymore. This happened to so many people, dude. It's just not even cool. But it is apparently cool to 61,000 plus people. It is kind of interesting. I think it's pretty cool. It looks like tree branches and stuff like that. Tree branches and leaves. I wonder like how does it form this way? What is the process that causes it to do this sort of like fractal branching? I'm sure there's YouTube videos about it and I just haven't watched them. So instead I'm going to speculate and just be like, oh, I wonder how, even though there's all the world's information literally in front of my face right now on the internet. I'm the only apartment with holiday spirit. Yeah, I'd be one of the apartments without the holiday spirit. It's like a lot of effort to hang up Christmas lights, especially you got to be up there on a step stool right at the edge of that balcony. What if you fall? What if you trip and lose your balance? It's a heck of a long fall. I don't know if that's worth, to be completely honest with you. But it is daytime. Maybe there's some other people who actually have it, but it's like inside and their curtains are drawn, or because it's daytime, they just have the light shut off. At night, what about at night? Maybe there are actually, it's not necessarily a fair time of day to make that judgment. There could be other people with holiday spirit, but I wouldn't be one of them. This restaurant figured out that face masks fit in the napkin dispenser. That's pretty cool. That's very, very nice. Other than the fact that I'm a little bit concerned about, I mean, to be fair, you do use a napkin and put it on your face and stuff like that. So is it I don't know why all of a sudden I'm concerned about if the napkin dispenser is clean or anything, when otherwise I'd grab the napkin and put it up to my face. So it's probably the same difference. Now is not the logical time to develop awareness of how clean the napkin dispenser itself is. Although there is a chance that like someone else just gets their fingers on like a bunch of masks as they're pulling one out. So that would be the only potential concern. But again, same thing can be said for the napkins. So yeah. Yeah, logically it's probably no different. A gift bag my mom has been reusing for 39 years. December 1982. Oh my God, dude. Does she get like credits back from the store for having used it for this long? Because, you know, now in California, it's like 5 cents for every plastic bag. They used to tell you like, are you sure you want them because it's going to be extra? Now I think they just they don't tell anyone because it's just to be expected at this point. We're over that initial getting used to it phase. And, but like, you have a bag from 1982 and you've been bringing it and reusing it since then. You should, I feel like you should get at least 5 cents back every time that you shop with it. Like, that's dedication at that point. I wonder how much money you would have made if you got 5 cents back every time you used it since 1982. And then you invested that as you got it into the S&P 500. You'd probably have like $50. There you go. Random stranger and I have wedding rings cut from the deck of the same World War II battleship. How do you know? Does it have like a thing on the inside that it gives a logo or something? Or they look very similar and they must be from the same thing? I mean, they do look similar. It's a cool looking ring. I just wonder, like, is there no other company that has the thing of that same design? And then you're like, shoot, I guess my ring isn't that unique. I told my wife or husband that we were getting unique rings. And this guy, oh, you have it too? Well, shoot. They're not as special as we thought. Fake game boxes in an IKEA showroom. Combat Mortal. Among Us. I'm just envisioning, like, what's the game Among Gus? It's just Gus is known to be like terribly evil, and one person is Gus and just runs around trying to slay everybody. God dang it, Gus, why are you this way? Unsolved. Actually, don't know what that's based on. The Last of Him, Breath of the Wind, Fighter Street. See, when you use the same words but you just switch the order, does it really like absolve you if you were actually concerned about getting, I don't know, trademark infringed or something like that? No one's actually, would they really go after you if you had a blank box that said Mortal Kombat instead of Combat Mortal? Maybe it's just all supposed to be in good fun anyway. The Last of Him. This is the Last of Him in there. No one knows where the rest of his body is. There's a fingernail. Okay, that's kind of gross, but anyway. The hotel I'm staying at has a tiny door that says John Malkovich. Oh, they misspelled my name. See, JM, but I don't know why they spelled it John Malkovich. It's my hotel room door. It's so that like they can just save some expense on making the door, because why they don't need it that big when I could just I only need like the bottom half of the door in order to walk through it. So yeah, it's god dang it. I have to contact them about spelling my name right. This is ridiculous. Housekeeping staff found an owl in the room of a guest that checked out yesterday. Did they forget their owl? That seems like kind of a hard thing to forget. Like, you bring your owl on a retreat and then you just leave the owl there? Or did they abandon the owl? I guess people do that, actually. Because how else would the owl, like, does it have, it looks like it actually has stuff on its feet. Like, it's a tagged owl. It's not just a wild owl that flew in. I guess it could be tagged and wild. I don't know how owl tracking works. If that's a sign that it's wild or capped. It's like around both feet, though. That'd be really sad, actually, if they straight up took an owl and just abandoned it there. Now I'm kind of like depressed that that's a possibility. That's a barn owl, right? I know my owls. Other than are owls birds? I asked that at one point. I know owls are birds now, but I did ask that at one point. It wasn't one of my prouder moments. The supermarket I work at sells horizontally sliced bread. I guess like if you want to make a really long boy sandwich that also doesn't have a lot of crust per volume, except for the top and the bottom pieces. Those have a lot of crust. But other than that, once you get to the inside, much less crust per surface area or volume or however you want to measure it for your sub sandwiches. But you don't like want the big rolls. You want it to just be you want it to be like, I don't know, the not big roll bread. How else do you phrase it? Anyway, cool. Someone must use this. This donut shop also sells guns. This is America. Yes, sir. Would you like an M4 to go along with your glazed today? just a little extra bullets on the side. You can sprinkle some bullets on top of your donut. Is it a gun shop or is it a donut shop? That's what I want to know. Like, what came first? I feel like the guns probably came first, and then they added the donuts as like, hey, who doesn't want donuts with their guns? It's just a good way to expand the business a little bit. If it went the other way though, I really want to hear the story. Because I can understand guns selling snacks, but the donuts being like, you know what, let's sell guns too. That's a leap. And I'd love to hear a podcast of them explaining their business decisions. American food section in a supermarket in Ireland. The American section. AKA what I see when I go into the grocery store. I get, who is it mildly interesting to? Is it mildly interesting to the American tourist visiting Ireland, or the Irish person at their own supermarket who like, maybe this isn't a common thing there? I don't know who it's more mildly interesting to, but either way, I'm like, yep, I know that stuff. Yeah, I wonder how they prioritize these specific ones as opposed to other things that are all over grocery stores here, but I've never actually tried Reese's Puffs. Cinnamon Toast Crunch, pretty good. Lucky Charms, pretty good. I have not tried the Eggos before, but you know, I feel like at one point or another in my life, I have consumed the majority of the things that are on this shelf. So accurate. I am a stereotypical American. That is me. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe and hit the bell for notifications on all videos and playlists for more mildly interesting, or hit the end screen. I'll see you later.